These are the drawing steps for your Snowcatcher. Remember your name and teacher code. You will start by tracing a large lid, approximately a rested hand from the bottom. You want to make sure that you have enough to add your coat and enough room at the top to add hair and other details. Then you'll add a light C shape for the nose, and you can erase the original line here if you choose. You're going to come down a little bit and you're going to draw a big oval for the mouth. Draw lightly so it's easy to erase. And I can fit quite a few fingers inside of my mouth. Then you're going to add some teeth. The teeth need to be big because when you trace around them with a large pastel, it'll make things a lot easier. So check that you can fit a finger inside of your teeth. Then add a slightly curved line down here for the tongue. If you'd like to add an additional little line for detail, you can do that too. You're going to come down a little ways and add a C shape, very slight curve, to each side. You're making the top of the scarf, so make sure that it's not too skinny. It should just be kind of on the sides of your cheeks. Then you're going to connect that line very carefully with a very slight curve and add another curved line right here. For the knot of the scarf, you can round this a little more if you'd like. Then you're going to add some lines going downward. Once again, a little bit of curve makes it appear more rounded. And that's going to create one of the shoulders. So you don't want to do your person too skinny, so pay attention to where your scarf is at. Then add a slightly curved line here too for the other shoulder. They're probably going to be a finger or two from your edges. So if you have yours a little uncentered like mine, that's okay, but it shouldn't be really, really small. So make sure it's nice and big here. And then go ahead and add some details of your choice on your jacket. If you're adding additional pockets or buttons, make sure that they are large enough. If they're too tiny, it'll become very challenging when we trace with oil pastel. You want to give your Snowcatcher person some hair, so think about if you want this to be you or if you want it to be someone else or maybe just someone imaginary. You could do hair that is longer coming down here. You could do shorter curly hair, or you could do it like mine where it's a little bit crazy going upward because the wind's blowing. So you decide. Just add a few strands of hair. When your drawing is complete, you're ready to start coloring with oil pastels. You may want to have a paper towel handy for wiping off your pastels that may be a little bit dirty from other pastels, and also one for underneath your hand, because as you probably remember, pastels smear very, very easily. So check your lighter colors especially to make sure that they don't have any dark colors on there that will goof up your coloring. When you color, you're going to color nice and slow and dark. So there should not be white spaces that you see. Really take your time and leave those little crumbs alone. Remember, pastels smear, and if we start brushing them off, then we'll end up smearing our beautiful coloring. So really take your time and stay inside of your lines. No black today, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. This is what happens if we outline with black first and then we color with a light color. So for example, the peach color. If I were to outline my face and then go in and color next to that, as you can see, that black is smearing inside of my nice coloring. So it's better to color with your light color first and then go back and outline. As you can see, It looks much nicer when we do it that way versus this way. You decide what colors to use, what hair color to have, and what designs you want to add with pastel in your coat. Just make sure your designs aren't too tiny because these have very large tips on them and small details don't work very well.